What's up, guys? I'm Andrew.
What's up, guys? I'm August.
What's up, guys? I'm Marcelo, and this is our CAS Project video.
So, first of all, is how we picked what to do for our event. So we had the first idea of a car meet, which wasn't. It was pretty ambitious because there was a lot of hurdles we had to go through, a lot of checks, a lot of approval that we needed. So once we started going through the actual logistics of it, we realized that it's not possible.
Right. And so after that, there's safety concerns, just all that. Like, we wanted to host it at school, which, I mean, having a bunch of strangers in a school parking lot, I don't think, Miss Kennedy wasn't a big fan of that. So we decided to, just completely change gears and make it, geared towards fitness. And so we decided to, want to do a bench press competition. You want to highlight on that?
Yeah. So the bench press competition was going to happen around the pack, and we would have had like one of the big bars. I want no puppy. She want a big dog. Come in, but this is obviously safety concerns. We probably looked over this too early, but luckily we considered that we had a lot of meetings with Miss Kennedy, and since we started relatively early in the planning process, we could go in there and get opinions quickly and come back out.
And so, after we got all these opinions, like, obviously, there were more safety concerns. If you're, throwing your max weight on the bench press and then you're holding it and it just falls on you, it's not very good. It's not a very good look on the school. For obvious reasons. So we wanted to stay geared towards fitness because, we already had a lot of, we had the support of the weightlifting team, our weightlifting coach. We already had a lot of support and backup. And so we decided to, keep it geared towards fitness. And so we decided to do something at Veterans Park.
So what we did was a body weight exercise competition. So this was more safer since it's only body weight. We're not using actual tools, and it's kind of hard to harm yourself with body weight. And then we made it geared around food, so that's why we're called Muscles for Meals. So what they needed to donate to participate was food, and then we wanted to make it all about eating healthy and staying active.
Yeah, and we can't forget the part of the team-based format that we had.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it so that people would bring other friends and spread the word. So we tried to make it more team-based and have as many people included as possible and bring a message into the community.
And so, what were you going to say? Okay, so that actually kind of leads me into my next point of our group roles, okay? And so bringing more people in. Andrew here was actually our social media manager.
So I managed the social media, I created the posts and a lot of the accounts. Basically, I just wanted to publicize our event to the max.
And so me and Andrew actually had similar roles. While he, took engagement and took, lead on social media, I personally reached out and talked to people individually, just seeing if they could, either participate online or in person. Which, you want to talk about the online part?
Yeah. So these two were faced more on the outside part of our project, but I was more of like the back part. So I did a lot of the communication based with Miss Kennedy, a lot of the organizing, and obviously all that.
So our first learning outcome that we addressed was global engagement.
We've got to celebrate our differences.
So our project focuses on this in two ways. So first of all is the importance of eating healthy and staying active. So we know that in this day and age that there are lots of unhealthy foods that people can buy, and people aren't going out as much and getting the exercise that they need. So during our project, we addressed the importance of eating healthy and staying active. So the second way our project addressed global engagement was through the food donations that we had. So it was required to bring 3 pieces of canned food during our project, and basically these food cans that we received, we donated to the food banks, and then by this, we addressed the global problem of hunger, so people that are less fortunate can get the food that they need through these food cans.
And before, we move away from this too much, the food bank we did donate to was the Mandarin Food Bank, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just wanted to put that out there. And so what I'm going to talk about is our collaboration and working together with other people and, the benefits we reap from that. So I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier about how I personally reached out to people, and we had an online aspect of the project. And so I did this by, personally talking to them, whether it be online or in person, requesting them to, either come to our project in, our physical event, or just submit it online with, the same rules that the physical participants had. And all they would have to do is just drop off the food in some way to us, either through, you know, sending it to us or just
We could pick it up.
we could pick it up. Exactly. And so, you know, I personally worked with them. I worked collaboratively with them, and, you know, I just was a part of a community and spreading fitness through these connections that I made.
Our final LO was initiative and planning. Obviously, our project ran on initiative and planning. Each of us had to plan accordingly for anything coming up, such as the dates, our meetings with Ms. Kennedy, what we were going to do, and our locations and times. Our project needed initiative in order for it to get done, obviously, and planning was the backbone of everything that we did, and every aspect of the project had to be planned in order for it to be finished.
Yeah, like with all our trials and errors, like that was all planning.
Yeah. Is setting our goals and how we achieve them. Well, to begin with, our goal for the overall project was to gather 200 canned foods, but also spread awareness about the values we were trying to push, such as health and obviously helping out those in need.
And so we sadly did not achieve our goals. We only got 183 canned food items, which, I mean, isn't too far off the mark. But as Marcelo said, we did achieve the main goal, which was, you know, spreading awareness of the importance of fitness and health, which, I mean, helps everyone, right? And so we did this through our physical event, reaching out to people with Andrew's social media engagement, my in-person engagement, and all of Marcelo's planning to, you know, make this possible. And so we reached out to plenty of people, and we engaged with a lot of people and just, you know, taught about the importance of fitness and health.
Yeah, so ultimately we believe that we achieved our goal of spreading awareness of eating healthy and staying active through our project. And then also the food cans, I think our goal was around 200.
It was
right?
200.
Yeah.
So 180 was, for us, close enough. So we believe that ultimately our project was a success. So next is our setbacks and struggles. So I would say that our setbacks and struggles were mainly our ideas and safety. So first of all, for our first idea for the car meet, it was way too ambitious. So it was kind of dangerous because we were gonna have a car meet in the parking lot, and you know, it's hard to regulate a car meet, especially as 3 high school students. And you know, there's a lot of approval that we needed to, like, through NEAS, through the principal, you know, using the parking lot of NEAS. And then just the idea of having a bunch of strangers with their cars in our parking lot, it was very, very ambitious. So we had to cancel that idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, then we kind of talked about this earlier about, you know, our entire, you know, bench press fiasco with all the safety concerns doing it inside the school, which, I mean, was similar to the, you know, car meet. Just as like having strangers is a bad look on NEAS, having someone die is also a bad look on NEAS.
Yeah.
Another one of our setbacks is getting a time where we're all organized together. For example, August here was missing most of the summer as he was at Georgia
In Georgia.
in Georgia with his family. But like Andrew and I were here, but we wanted to find a date where August could come back here during the weekend and maybe, you know, be part of our project, because obviously we couldn't leave someone fully out.
Yeah. And so, I mean, when I finally was here, which I'm sorry, guys, that I was gone for the summer, was, you know, which honestly, this is on us and we should have planned better, was the weather. The date we chose, I mean, it started out sunny, really hot, actually. But, I mean, you know, cloudless sky, like perfect weather for a fitness competition. And then, you know, just halfway through the day, rain clouds rolled in and it was pouring. And so, I mean, although we still had a good turnout, it was slightly spoiled by our rain. But
we had to cut it a little early.
We had to cut it a little early. And so I think that's one of the reasons we didn't get all the canned food. But luckily, we did, you know, have I had the foresight to, you know, do online submissions.
Yeah, that really saved us.
I mean, that saved us because, I mean, we got so many other, you know, donations through people online, which just expanded our scope a lot.
Yeah.
So, for our last and arguably best part of this video is how we grew as an IB learner. So, I mean, that's the best part about being an IB learner, is how we grow as students. So, I became more principled and a better communicator. So, I mean, in the past, as all people do, I've had my flaws, my, you know, selfishness. I think that's a good way to put it. But after this project, you know, I engaged with, you know, the not so fortunate, just the people struggling, whether it be, you know, with fitness, with, you know, diet, you know, just those less fortunate. That's a good way to put it. And so after helping them and having a hands-on experience, I feel like I grew as a person. I became more honest. I became a better person in general. And on the second part, as a communicator, I've talked about this multiple times now, but I reached out online, I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I talked to new people, and I engaged with them in order to, help the less fortunate.
So, for me personally, I felt like I grew as a carer and a better thinker. Obviously, as August mentioned, being around those less fortunate or helping those who are less fortunate, it made me feel like I was making a real difference and that I was really caring for others. And honestly, I enjoyed it. I liked, being part of something bigger, something better, and also being a thinker in this project. Obviously, we mentioned a lot of ideas that we had, everything that was thought out. We had to think hard, and I think that was my most important part.
So for me, I think I grew as an Ivy learner in terms of my communication and living a balanced life. So I lived a balanced life by understanding the importance of staying healthy and exercising. I feel like by practicing these ideas that you too can live a balanced life. And then I grew as a communicator because I created a lot of the posts and the engagement for our project through our accounts, and I feel like I grew in communicating and really spreading the word of our project to others. So that's how I grew as a communicator.
And I guess to conclude this video, thank you to all those who participated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now there's a blooper reel.
Awesome sauce.
Hi, I'm Andrew.
So much.
Go to like a normal position. Okay, so next up is our learning objectives. Oh wow, I messed that up. Adjectives. Adjectives.
Present ourselves, obviously our social media platforms, and in order to keep everything moving in a line in our project. Bro, I hate you. Actually, wait, just edit this out, right? So on to the next part is setting our goals and how we achieve them.
Continue.
That's going in the blooper reel.